Thanks to those joining us live and those who'll be joining us on the archive. This is D Stout. Of course, I'll be joined by the one and the only Christine Lopez from In the Ring with Christine. If you like the content, by the way, In the Ring with Christine on YouTube, make sure you subscribe. Make sure you hit the like button. If
Yes,
you're
sir.
watching on X, you want to join the chat, you always can. Just come to the YouTube channel. Either way, make sure you retweet, make sure you like, and all that good stuff. How's it going, Christine?
It's going great. Great day, The eclipse was not disappointing. We had our, 4 seconds of darkness, and
Mm.
I don't know if it was a good sign or a bad sign that I'm still here. A lot of people said that was the rapture time, and I'm still here. So I don't know if I should be grateful or if I should question what's going on in my world.
Yeah, I disappeared, and I just told God, like, I need to go back and do the show with Christine. So he went ahead and let me come back. You know
Oh,
what I
okay.
mean? So like
Thank you.
the good people were taken away. I
Oh, I
can
got
confirm
you.
that.
Okay. Okay. Well, we'll get it together. We'll get it
Yeah,
together
for sure.
for the
So like
next.
all the sinners stayed away. I mean, they're back
Right,
there.
right,
Are you
right,
sure you
right.
want to do that show with Christine? Like, yeah, of course. So I'm not going to regret the decision, but here I am. But I heard it was an eclipse. I also heard Nico Ali watched Muhammad Ali's grandson, just
Oh,
Demetrio.
for real?
Okay, it was great, Aunt Christine. Says
Oh,
Whitney
my baby Jay. Thanks for tuning in, my love. My
Now,
biggest fan.
I did notice though, like all these people were filming it as if we weren't gonna know there's an eclipse if they didn't
Yeah,
film it.
like me when I posted it and you like called me out.
And I'm like, good thing Christine filmed it because I would like, how would I ever see the eclipse?
Right, right,
You know what
right.
I mean?
Well, the thing is that one thing about me, and you should know this by now, is I do what I want. You know what I'm saying? Like if I want to film it, I'm gonna film it, and if
No,
I
for
don't,
sure.
I'm not. So you already know that.
I hear you. I mean, you're like the boxing judges. Like no matter how the fight plays out, you're gonna do whatever you want with the scorecard, and that's where we're gonna
I
start
don't
with
know
it.
about that because we had some questionable judges on Saturday, as I'm sure we're going to get to.
Let's start off with that. Lemos from Argentina. I think I pronounced it
Hmm.
right, but he, in my opinion, had a great performance against Hitchens.
Absolutely.
Um, and in my opinion, should have came out with the win and no less than a draw. Just my opinion. And I don't
We
think he
agree.
got credit for that. And I'm wondering what one of the judges was even fucking watching.
Yeah.
Because if anybody wanted that white, it would have been Lemos. Okay. By the way, Whitney Martinez says, yeah.
Well, I think maybe that one judge that scored it wrong, maybe he had been here at a previous eclipse and he looked into it. He looked straight directly into the sun. He did not take, all the professionals' advice that said don't look directly in the sun, wear your little glasses,
Don't look at the sun.
So he must have looked directly into the sun. And that has to be what it was. Because how he came up with those scores, that's the only reasonable answer to me.
That is a white ass scorecard.
Yeah.
I mean, that's not even trying to be quite frank.
Right. So
I'm
he
sorry.
really,
What was
absolutely.
he looking at the scorecards? So
No,
I'm sorry, the not the scorecards. I'm sorry. Was he looking at the ring card girls or something? Is
I
that what
think I think he was looking at everything but the fight. Like absolutely. I don't know if maybe his wife was texting him. He was in trouble for not taking the trash out. He was, anticipating
man,
the eclipse. Something. It was ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Ludicrous.
he I don't know. I have no idea what that judge is watching, and if somebody wants to make an argument for Hitchens, okay, but you better have it close. Like that's all I got to say.
Yeah.
Um, how did you see the fight, Christine?
Well, I saw one man landing very hard, precise body shots, and I saw another man holding on for his dear life. To me, there was no question as to who won. It was one sided. But if you want to be fair and you want to give your guy who you're bringing up and you put money into, promotional wise, then okay, let's get a draw at least. But I think too, Hitchinson, not being able to say, you know what, it was a good fight. It was close. Let's run it back or whatever. He was like, no, I did win. I outpointed him. I did this. I did that. I'm like, you need to watch the fight. Watch the fight. Run it back.
Go back and watch that fight, brother.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? Because you did not win that fight. All right,
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
and, and I,
And I hope, as Southpaw TV said, I hope in his heart he knows he lost. I hope he does. I hope he is not
he's got to know he
delusional.
lost. He's got to know he lost.
He has to. But you know what too that I noticed, and I've noticed it before, but I really noticed it this time, is there was so much chaos in his corner.
Mm.
You know, you had the coach in the ring, giving him instruction. You had the second giving instruction, then you had the cut person every now and interjecting too. Like he was like looking here, looking here. There was no peace, there was no harmony. And that's so important, whenever you're in the ring, especially at this level. It was chaotic. Chaotic.
The majority of people think he lost. I ran into an old Pernell Whitaker, rest in peace, video where he talked about how he was able to accept the draw with Chavez because the people know he won that fight, right?
Right.
And he's like, what mattered to me is that the people knew I won. I can live with it.
Yeah.
And he
That's
said,
the
even if it was
humility.
the other way around, even if the people didn't think I won, I would have to accept that,
Right.
right? And I just think fighters need to understand, like, if the majority of the public thinks you lost, is that really a win? Because you can tell people all you want all day. You don't know boxing. You don't know anything about the sport. Your whatever it is. You guys don't know how to score fights. But if the majority of people who saw it think you lost, maybe at the very least you should consider running it back, which you did. You did say, I'll run it back,
Yeah.
which I think is the appropriate thing to do. Shout out to Al Money 231.
Al Money. Thank you. Al Money.
That's 199 super sticker, which
Thank
we
you
cannot
so
see on
much.
StreamYard for some reason.
Appreciate it.
StreamYard, get it together. Shit. That's a thumbs up on StreamYard.
Yeah.
So shout out to them. That's the ultimate thumbs up. All right. We appreciate it, brother. Much respect. We still got to find a way for Christina to get her money, but I mean,
I know we're working on it. We're working on it. We're supposed to be working on it.
it's on hold. You know what I mean?
It's on hold.
It's like the ultimate savings account.
I'm new to this. Right.
It's a savings account whether you like it or not. You know what I mean?
Right.
True
Right.
that, Stephen. Absolutely. Every time that beat Canelo's to Southpaw. I don't know about that one, but all right. But I will say this. Another thing, Christine, and I've been raging about this for years, and I want your thoughts on this.
Crystal. Yes.
Where was the warning for all the, because it
Oh my
reached the
God.
point of excessive holding. It just reached that point.
Oh my God.
So where's like the, hey, stop holding?
Hello. There was not one warning, and I saw like a partial interview today. Hitchenson and I believe it was Cynthia Conte, and she was saying, you were doing a lot of holding. I don't think that you received a warning. Maybe you did, whatever. And he just said, he was trying to neutralize the punches or to something to that effect. Don't quote me. But I'm like, there was not one warning. There was not even a half a warning. Nothing. Everything was being called on the other side, and I was just like, who is this guy? He obviously got the memo.
I mean, I just don't. This is crazy. By the way, Stephen says no way Hitchens won 7 rounds, let alone 9.
Right.
Lemo was out hustling him, and he landed the more effective punches, which, in my opinion, that's the most important thing.
Right.
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 And it doesn't matter what your style is. It comes down to how who's landing the harder shots and more often.
And he stunned Hitchenson a few times. Like he made him wobble. He made there could have been an 8 count in there, at some point. But
okay. Shout out to Crystal, by the way.
Yes, Crystal.
She's got that wrench, by the way. So y'all act up. She's gonna fucking whack.
She's ready to just get y'all out of there. She needs to.
Y'all better watch out. You know what I mean? But here's the thing. This sport needs to decide what we're gonna do about holding, right?
Yeah.
It's because there's too much inconsistency. One fight, I mean, did you see how quickly Raleigh got warned?
Right.
They even took a point.
Right.
You see how quick Andrade got warned when he fought
Yeah.
Benavidez?
Yes.
Now, even if somebody argues, oh, they warned him too quick, even if you argue that, but then Hitchens didn't get warned at all.
At all. And he held like more than half the fight. And
So,
the thing is like you have to use your holding sparingly. Like there's a time to hold. I mean, you get stunned. You are instructed, hold on until the ref tells you to break. But shit, was he being stunned every time he got touched? Maybe so. Maybe that's why he was holding. I don't know. But there was no warning. That is the point.
yeah, I need to see consistency. Like there needs to be a reasonable amount. Like I don't know. Like I don't know. We could put a number on it or something like that. Like, but I wouldn't mind a
I
number
don't
on it.
think I don't think that we can put a number on it. I don't think that it could be like universal across the board. Like I don't. But we can agree that Saturday was very excessive. It was ridiculous.
So let's touch on
Ridiculous.
that. Why? Like that's an interesting point because I've always been kind of back and forth with it. Why can't we have like a universal, like, hey, after you hold 10 times in a round, we're going to take away a point? Or why can't we do that? Is it
Well,
because,
I think that the refs can have that in their mind. Like, you know what? I'm only going to allow them to hold 3 times, and this is my rule. This is my thing that I do. Because I think that it would be a problem with different sanctioning bodies. And how do you really get that to be a
hmm,
rule? Like, really? But you yourself can say, you know what? I only allow 2 times. I warn you, the third time I'm taking points, or whatever. But I think everybody should have something, that they know that they're going to do before they get in the ring.
now the thing is that I just feel like, I guess it is hard to put a number on it because, first of all, not all clinching is equal, right? A
Exactly.
lot of
And
it,
that's the point. Like, exactly.
it's incidental. Sometimes they hold just to turn the opponent and they let go right away. And I don't know, that should be illegal, quite frankly.
Yeah, or
Sometimes they
you have
hold one
one
arm hit
arm
with
on
the
the other
other.
side, the outside of the back. Is that a clinch? Is that a hold? You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah. I
There's
think that's more of a
different.
clinch the way he describes it. But what I'm saying is, so that's why I do agree that it's kind of hard to put a number on it. However, a ref should have some reasonable judgment when it comes to initiated clinches and how
And
many are
that's
you
on
going to be
them.
allowing, right?
Absolutely. That's on them. Yes.
And it can't be one extreme or the other, in my opinion. It has to be
No.
reasonably around the same ballpark, kind of. You know what I mean?
Right. And,
In
and,
my
and the
opinion.
thing is, too, they should be reprimanded. Like the judge, what was it, Cheatham? And they said, oh, well, it's in his name, Cheatham, with these outrageous scores.
Hey, let
And
me
then
tell you something.
it's like there should be
It's
some kind of
Let
consequence.
me tell you something, Christine. God knows what he's doing when he puts people like that energy you put out when your last name is Cheatham, right? It's like the universe is letting us know what's up, and we
Hey,
ain't listening to the signs, bro. I am
right.
sorry.
That's a
I'm,
big ass sign.
if a girl was
Cheat
named
cheat 'em.
Ashley Cheatham, I wouldn't date her. Like, no, I don't know about your
Right.
last name. Why is your last name Cheatham? Why does it sound that way? What were your ancestors doing? What's going on? Right? I can't do
Exactly.
it.
Y'all
You
got a
cannot let
reputation for
somebody be a
generations.
judge.
Generations of reputation. Bad Cheatham
That's
reputation.
crazy. But what are you doing? 9 rounds?
Yes.
Not like, you know what I would just love to see? Can Hitchens at least say, okay, I felt that one, but that was a little wide. Like,
Yeah.
can you at
Sure.
least give us that? Like, you know what I mean?
Right.
I'm just saying.
Right.
So he's over here, by the way. Hitchens is talking about the numbers and, oh, I outlanded him in 6 rounds and 2 other rounds were even, whatever it is, right? We don't use copy box to score fights. Okay? We just
Yeah.
don't. In that
Right.
case, let's get rid of 3 judges. Let's go by copy box. Well, that wouldn't work. We have to
Right.
watch the rounds. We got to see how it goes. And not every punch that lands is equal. All right?
Right. Exactly.
I'm just saying, it's not the same. We have
I
to
mean, are
judge
we
it.
looking for the scoring hard blows? Are we looking for pity pat? Are we looking for somebody that can run all around the ring and not get hit, but they're not giving anything back? They're just avoiding punches. Like what are we looking at here? Like Mike said, he says boxing needs post bout official training. Like what are we looking for? We should be on the same page. It should be universal. That's what it's supposed to be, you know?
Should somebody with a last name Cheatham be
Yes.
allowed to judge? I think they should all be banned. That's how bad that scorecard was. Ban them all. All right.
Yeah, ban all the
It's
Cheatums.
like if your last name was screw them. Like, are you gonna hire that person? Like, what's going on? Like, I'm
Yeah,
just putting that out there. But it is funny that the last name sounds like Cheatham. Like it just
right.
it is crazy and ironic, right?
It's ironic. It is
Um,
ironic.
and I don't
Very
think the other
telling.
judges got it right either, by the way.
No, no, but I think the reason why he stands out was because the scoring was so off. It was it was so wide. It was ridiculous. Like, what were you looking at? So unless he was counting every time there was a clinch, Hitchenson would clinch or hold, and he's like, "Oh, that's a point. That's a point. That's a point." Maybe that's what he was doing. I don't know, because they
Yeah.
were making contact. Maybe he was like scoring off of that. I don't know. Who knows?
That's very, very interesting. And all I'll say, one last thing about this, I I want to see a rematch, and
For
I
sure.
do believe Hitchens is capable of beating Lemos. I do, right?
I
With
do
the
too.
right game plan, and I think if you would have got to the body earlier, right,
Yes,
he might have
yes.
slowed down Lemos because Lemos didn't let
I
up.
agree.
You
I
never
agree.
slowed him down, so you were holding for dear life because you never slowed him down.
And he'd have to be really conditioned. He could box circles around him. If he's in tip top shape, he touches the body from the beginning, he could definitely beat him. And somebody needs to have a talk with his corner. Like, I'm just gonna say it. Like, y'all need to get it together. Y'all talk about what the game plan is before you get up on the apron, and take care of your guy. Because only one
100%.
voice needs to be heard. Y'all might all have your opinions. Y'all come to agreement. Then you come up and then you give instruction. Like, there was just too much going on. I mean, I was like getting anxious,
It was a lot going on, like, and I agree with you, and gotta let the Chiefs second do what they do. You know what I mean? You can't
Yeah.
too much noise, like, you know what I mean? It could, and the fight is already tired in the corner, hearing all these voices. It just
I mean, it's like you let me breathe, give me some water, and give me one or two things I need to be doing. Like, you know what I'm saying? But there all this other conversation and stuff going on. That's just too much. It's too much. It was too much for me, and I'm sitting at home on the couch.
I feel like if the corners wanted to talk to each other, like, hey, he's not, they tell him to do this. I think whatever it is, right?
Yeah,
But you should know there should be one person, in my opinion, anyway,
absolutely,
giving instructions. You know,
absolutely. That's what it should be.
it's hard. It's like me and Christine right now didn't take turns, and all we did was talk over each other for a whole hour. Nobody would even understand what we're saying because we're talking over each other. So
Right.
just imagine being tired in a corner. You're taking punches. You're trying to rest, and two people are talking in your ear.
Yeah,
Think about it. Just
for
saying.
sure.
Shout out to
For sure.
Lisa Bales. Right?
Lisa.
Antonio Luna, 7-fight Lemos, and Remy in the
Antonio.
building. Shout out to Remy.
Yes. Yes. Remy, my brother. Yes.
So I wanna talk about first of all, man, I was having a hard time sleeping, right? And I'm like, man, I need a cure for this because
So
I'm
whose
gonna go to
fight
work.
did you put on?
You know what I mean? And then I was watching the Sky Nicholson fight, and like I wake up like right before the main event. I got a good sleep. I don't know about you.
I did not watch it. I'm gonna go back and watch it, but I did not watch it. I was busy.
it was she's doing the same thing, which is working. I'm not knocking it
Sure,
in
sure.
a sense of
No discredit
effectiveness,
to her. Right.
but it's not fun to watch. I mean, it just isn't. And her opponent wasn't doing anything. Like she wasn't. I feel like someone needs to make a commitment to pressure Sky. And if you don't do
Yeah.
that, you're going to have a hard time outpointing her because that's what she does, right?
You
Or you
got her
fight her
number, bro.
game, you know. But
Yeah.
someone has to be willing to do it. I don't not to throw any names out there like Tara
We
Brown.
got
You know what I
somebody.
mean? Raven Chapman, I
Yeah.
believe. But
Right.
hey, all I know is that it was a good step up and a good performance in terms of she did what she had to do to win,
Yeah.
but it was also a good style for her. Like it really was. So and um no commitment from her opponent. She kind of just settled for just going the distance, took no damage really, and that's it.
So did it look like she got the memo, or she was really trying to win?
No, like I wouldn't say that. I just think she kind of figured, like, I'm not gonna win, but I'm not taking a lot of damage here. Like,
Okay.
like I just think that's what it was.
And that's
Um,
sad. That's sad to go into the ring saying, you know what, I know I'm not going to win, but I'm not going to take a lot of damage either.
it looked like she wanted to counter punch
That's
Sky, but
sad.
Sky wasn't gonna just stay there after she lands her punch. Like it's like pity pat. It's like fencing gloves with her. Like she pit
Yeah.
pats you, moves out of the way, and she's not gonna stay there. She keeps going to the girl's weak side, right? And she
Yeah.
keeps turning her. She's doing that right. I just wish Sky would put some punches together, but I could see why she doesn't because punches come back,
Right.
But
Right.
is she going to get away with that with an Amanda Serrano? I don't think so.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. She's
Is she going
not.
to get away
Amanda
with that with
dog.
Tara
She would
Brown?
dog walk her.
I don't think Tara she will get away with that with Tara Brown. I just don't.
Absolutely not.
Like what she's shown. I want to make sure everybody understands what she has shown isn't enough to beat those girls. I'm
No.
not. I'm not saying Sky's not capable of doing more. I
Right.
just haven't
But she
seen
has
it.
not been challenged. Let's just say that.
I just haven't seen it. What's going to happen when somebody is going to meet her with a foot speed or just technique, and she's not getting away with just tapping her and getting out of the way,
Right. Right.
or is willing to take some of your shots because she knows she's going to get on the inside and work the body or something? Then
Yeah.
what? Because let me tell you something. That Tanya girl, though, the one from Spain, horrible technique, was a
Right.
terrible boxer. And this is no offense to her. And I have respect for everybody who steps in the ring. But she
Right.
just didn't belong at that level with Sky. She just didn't.
Yeah.
But Sky looked tired after that fight, and she looked frustrated. What did she do? All she did was apply pressure, Christine.
Yeah.
That's really all she did. She just made it
Yeah.
ugly and applied pressure. That's it. And it looked like Sky had all she could handle and was sweating like a waterfall at the end of that fight. So put that out there. Shout out to Remy. D
Remy.
Style is one I
Mwah.
keep hearing
Mwah.
about this issue. Is the one I keep hearing about this issue. We're talking about the holding, they're talking about the judges.
Yeah.
Tell us about the issue, Remy. Like, you know what I mean? What are the issues, Christine? Like, I think he means the
Well,
whole.
I mean, you took like 5 minutes before you read his comment, so we could have been like right on it, but you know what I'm saying? But it's
I mean,
okay.
it is what I'm getting
Talk to
called
us,
out
brother.
right
Talk
now. I'm
to us.
getting called out. Like, you know
And
what I
then
mean?
we
But
got another Remy, my brother. Sky believes Toronto has been ducking her.
look,
Yes, that
I'm
is a
not
big
even
judge
look.
in the holding. Yeah,
I'm not even mad at Sky for saying what she's saying. It's whatever, right? It puts her name out there, it gets people talking.
yeah,
But
right.
I will say this: like nobody really believes Serrano's really, like nobody
Nobody
believes
believes
it.
that.
Like like I just don't.
Show me a person on the earth that believes that.
Do you think she believes it?
No, I don't. I think she's talking. You know what? She's doing exactly what she needs to do. She has to market herself.
Okay.
She has to talk her way into these big money fights, win, lose, or draw. And then hopefully, I'm sure she's thinking by the time I get there, I'm gonna have enough experience. I'm gonna have enough, fights under my belt where then maybe I can possibly win. But does she
Right.
believe Serrano's ducking her? Absolutely fucking not. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. There's no
In
way.
fairness, she has said, "I'm not saying she's ducking me. I'm just saying that it was very convenient to come up with a 3-minute 12 rounds when I became the mandatory."
Do you think that Serrano's sitting at home thinking about Sky? And like when she's at the negotiation table and she sees money and opportunity, Sky's on her mind. Like, come on, Sky. Like, you know what? You're doing well. Kudos to you. But
I think
Serrano
she's
is
thinking
not
about
worried
the
about
actual sky. You know, she's
it.
probably looking at the sky today because of the eclipse, but not Sky Nicholson.
Okay. Okay. The Sky today because the
But look,
eclipse. But that Sky.
I'm in tune with a lot of content creators on here, and it was very unanimous. Like her fights are unwatchable. Like
Yeah.
that's not good. Like you don't want to
Right.
be unwatchable.
You got to sell pay-per-views eventually. You got to sell tickets. You got to put butts in seats.
I guess what I'm saying is it's like she does like what a lot of like the guys do, but it's just an extreme level. It's like tap out of there. Like it's just like you didn't
Right.
hurt the girl. You hit her, but you didn't like hurt her.
Well, you got to
Like
move before she hits back, right?
I'm just thinking like Okay, I get it. Like you're winning because you're out pointing the girl, but
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I just it's just not good television. I just got to be honest.
No, but you know what? I mean, you're a boxing head like me. We're the ones that are sitting at home watching these fights on TV. And if they don't do anything for us and we decide, you know what, now's the time to take a nap, then there's a problem.
I do think that if someone can really pressure her, like
I'm with you, bro.
I just
Trust
think
me, I've
like
seen it.
put whether I think she'll win or lose aside. I think it'll be a fun fight because I think she's the type of fighter that needs someone who's going to commit to the pressure,
I totally agree with you. And I've seen
and I think that'll make for a great
she
fight.
can't deal with the pressure. I've seen it
I
firsthand.
don't know.
You don't
Hey,
know, but I know.
I've talked about in Chicano. No, I've talked about people not handling pressure before, and I got in trouble, so I'm not going to go there. You know what I mean? It is what it
I
is.
mean, that's okay. I mean, you can get in trouble. Like I said, I've seen it. I've witnessed it with my own eyes. I've touched it, felt it, tasted it. It's there. Trust me, I've seen it.
For sure,
You
for
know,
sure. Now let's get to the good stuff.
let's get to the good stuff. Let's go.
For all the lacking of excitement in the ring before the fight, we got to see. What is going on, Christine? What's going on with these two girls that were best friends? Look, but I cannot explain. And Christine knows obviously more about this than me, and she could express it better than me. But when it comes to this, like Clarissa Shields went against her friend, stablemate, USA, Team USA, stable everything.
Alicia was not Team USA.
No, no, no. She went against, I'm saying,
Against.
Mayor.
Okay. Oh yeah, for sure.
To say that, oh yeah,
Right.
Alicia, I felt she won.
Right.
She gave her the endorsement that she won the fight, and that's my sister, and this and that, and they became BFFs and all this. And I think, like in her mind, I don't want to get in her mind, but I think she sees like what Alicia's doing as like betrayal. To her, it's like, I was like I was supportive of you. I even went against my sister over here, but Mayor, to support you, and then you turn around, you do this.
These girls ain't Lara, don't you know that? They ain't loyal. Hey, look, let me say this.
Baumgardner ain't loyal.
Let me say this. Let me say this first before we even go there.
Yeah.
So let's talk about really quickly the commentating with Clarissa. So first of all, I thought she started out really good until her guy got on the ring. And you would hope, that commentators are not going to be biased. But she did say out of her own mouth, well, on Twitter, X, I wish I was not commentating because I wanted to give my guy, some pointers or whatever.
I'm glad you pointed out because I forgot about that. But
yeah, and I'm thinking this. You're not going to be a boxer forever. You know what I'm saying? Every dog has his day. And then we have to have something to fall back on. So if you even thought that you were going to be able to like maybe jump into a commentating position after being very biased and saying that you hated that you had to commentate, that's just not the right move, and you know what, if she really feels that way and she doesn't care about ever commentating again and she's like, after I'm done anyway, okay. But I just think that if you're going to think about the short term, the long term, future, this before you might want to make some better choices. So I just wanted to touch on that. But I will say this. It was I saw like the videos that were going viral and everything. And, Clarissa stands on business. She really does. She stands on business. Okay. Mm-hmm. Alicia is there for the clout, the look at me. First of all, I think she thought that Clips was coming early because she had shades on at night inside the Coliseum. And there were a bunch like that. And I'm just like, you know what? I don't know. Maybe she had something going on with her eyes. I don't know. So forgive me if she did. Forgive me for even saying anything about it. But and then when she was faced with Clarissa and Clarissa was in her face, she turns her back and starts looking out to everybody else. Oh, this is a woman that's insecure. This is a bit. So she needs her people, whoever it is, to
Mm.
co-sign on whatever she's saying. She can't just stand in front of Clarissa and just stand on business and say what she needs to say. But Clarissa doesn't care who's around her. She's gonna say what she has to say. She doesn't need anybody co-signing. But Alicia did. And then she wants to put her hand in Clarissa's face. Well, Clarissa slapped that shit right down. She's not worrying about it. So to me, if we had to do a battle, if that was a battle right then and there, Clarissa won, like hands down, that battle. Hand raised at the end.
Shout out to Antonio Luna. He says, question: does Shields have any good competition or division to sway the boxing fans to watch her fights?
I mean, honestly, the only fight personally that I would like to maybe see that would be somewhat exciting is a rematch with Hannah Gabriels. But other than that,
She could fight Marshall again.
she could, but I'm talking about me personally. But I think for the boxing fans, okay, Marshall, sure, we could do that again. But other than that, I don't see anybody else. What about you?
I think she should consider. I don't know about 147, but meeting Alicia at some type of catch weight. I think she should consider it
But why? Why?
because she doesn't have any other options.
Well, the thing is, she does have options. She could not fight. She could not give Alicia what she wants. She is the queen. She is undisputed queen.
Yeah,
She is
I get that,
154.
but
But what I'm saying is, why am I going to kill myself and come down to your weight? She was a lot smaller. Alicia's a lot smaller than Clarissa. We saw that in the video face off.
right.
Why am I going to kill myself for you? No, baby. You want to fight me? You're going to come to my weight and then we can get it on. But if you aren't coming to me, then you might as well sit your ass down.
Well, here's what I'll say. Like I said, maybe not 147, but she could budge a little bit. She could maybe do 152 or the
Could she?
151.
Why? Why? But why? Why should she though? That's my point. Why? Why, if you are at the top of the mountain, why do you got to slide back to where you were
Well,
2 years
Alicia
ago?
is on top of the mountain too. I mean, she's undisputed too.
Then if she's trying to get even higher up on the mountain, she's got to come to Shields weight.
Ain't no mountain high
And if she
enough.
can't do that, sit down.
But here's the
Sit
thing
down.
though. But here's the thing. It's like Clarissa Shields is not like a big draw like that. She's not like.
She may not be a big draw, but she's a big girl. She's got a lot of muscle. She's big.
Well,
It
I
would
get
hurt
it.
her. It would hurt her to come down to meet her. So that's what I'm saying. Why am I going to hurt myself for you? No. Unless we're talking about some big ass money and we got a
Okay.
long period of time to get where we need to get.
I
It's got to
feel
be some
like
big money.
I'm not saying Shields doesn't have to do it, but neither does Baumgardner. Like they don't really need each other.
No, no, no.
But
Baumgartner doesn't, but she's the one that's talking all the noise. She's the one
no,
that's
no,
been on Clarissa's
but
ass.
I want you to think about it, right? So she did say I would have done it, but she was talking shit, so I ain't gonna do it no more. Like the 147. So she's saying she could do it,
Okay.
you
We
know.
all say a lot. I can say I can do it too, but shit.
Well, what is Shields gonna do? Like okay, there's Hannah Gabriels.
Well, I'll tell you what Hills
There's
is going to do. She's going to do what she's been doing. And she's also been dabbling in MMA. She's not just sitting on the couch waiting for something good to come.
she
If she
better be
wants to have a
careful
rematch,
before look. She better be careful if somebody snaps her arm in MMA,
well, you know
right?
what? That's on her, right? That's on her.
It is on her, but then or so someone's gonna really hurt her because it's not her
Possibly.
sport. Now, props to her for doing it, but I just think you did it. You got a couple wins. I just think she's better off fighting Baumgartner than going to MMA. You know what I mean? I mean,
I think that right now she's in a good spot right now. Maybe she won't be tomorrow. I think financially she's okay right now. Maybe she won't, in the near future, and then she's gonna have to look at some of those options. But you have to understand too, women, we can be very petty, we can be very vindictive, and she's not just gonna give Alicia everything she wants right now.
Well, let me ask you this: what did Alicia do wrong, or where did she go wrong in this whole situation with Shields, in your opinion?
Well, I don't know for facts what she did wrong. Just like you, from person
Right, right.
outside looking in, I believe that Clarissa thought, that she was really somebody that she supported, she stood by, and that they were really friends. And I feel like she thinks that she was betrayed. And and I'm speaking for myself and a lot of women. It's very hard to trust other women, and once you feel like you found somebody that you can trust or that you support, and y'all are equally mutually supporting each other, and then the other person goes and does her shit. Well, I mean, that's such a betrayal that you want vengeance, you want to keep
Okay.
anything from them that they may want or desire.
So should Baumgardner, like Remy said in the chat, well, what about I personally want to see a rematch with Baumgardner and Michaela Mayer.
Oh,
They
facts.
could do it at 130 if she's willing. Look, if she's willing to go to 147 to
Yeah,
fight Shields, she should be willing to go to 147 to fight Mayer. So
absolutely.
this is a situation where you got to be careful with your claims. Oh, I could fight at 147, right? Well,
Yes.
then you should be willing to go to 147 and fight Mayer. And
Yes.
I think that's a fight. I don't know if she'll do it without a belt in the line.
Right.
Maybe Mayer has to get a belt first, but I do think that's a fight that could potentially happen. I would like to see it.
Yeah. Antonio, I see what you're saying. He says Christine Shields is more mouth than actual boxing. I think Shields is a little
Yeah.
jealous of Baumgartner because Baumgartner attracts what Shields can't. I think I see what you're saying, and I think for the majority of boxing fans and people, they believe that Baumgartner is, sexy, beautiful, and she is. And then there's the other that believe that Shields is and she is. They both are in their own right. Maybe she is jealous. Maybe she is jealous that Baumgartner could, allegedly, be on performance enhancers and get off, and then have, the masses coming to her defense because she is beautiful and sexy, and she's, giving them a tease, on social media. Maybe so. Maybe she is. I don't know. I can't speak for either one of them. But all I'm saying is the facts, which is Shields right now is top dog, and she holds the keys to the kingdom. So I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know.
Okay. All right. For those just tuning in, you're tuning to Box Topics, episode 21. You could always catch it Mondays on YouTube and X, aka Twitter. Twitter has a name change. I just putting that out there.
Hmm.
I don't like the name X, by the way, but that's what it's called. It's all good.
Yeah.
So I will say, I just want to see the fight. Like I want to see
Sure. I would
Bumgarner
love to
versus
see the
Shields.
fight. I would
I
love
would
to.
love the build up to the fight. I would like
Yeah.
to imagine the press conferences for that fight. Jesus Christ, because women could talk. Like I'm just like
Oh, for
women could go
sure.
off. Like God
We
damn.
get ferocious. Count on profit, but which one is wifey? Well, Clarissa's engaged, so you know.
Look, all like they're going to be talking and the fingers snapping and everything. You know what I mean? That's I just want to see it. Like I'm just
Yeah,
saying, I think they could do it out there in the Midwest, Detroit, or like something like that. I think it would sell very well.
but
I
but
think they could
but
do like ten
but
thousand
you know
people.
what?
I really believe
I want
that.
to ask you a question. I want to ask the chat this same question too.
Sure.
So there's such a double standard. Can you imagine like women that are all over social media and have their podcast and you know um do all everything that we do. They're two guys, and one is allegedly or possibly hotter than the other one, and we're just constantly defending this person, because we feel like they're hot and they look good and they're putting out all these like thirst trap
I mean, I don't
videos,
want to like
pictures.
brag or nothing.
Can you imagine like what would be said, by men or male counterparts, in boxing if women were doing this? It's like we don't I believe we don't measure a boxer's worth by their looks. We're like, what are they doing in the ring?
Well, I
So
mean,
it's just
you
funny.
when you say we, you see women. Women don't do that.
No, we don't. Not to
Not
the extent
true.
that you. No, absolutely not.
Women are worse than men.
Absolutely not. Absolutely
Like
not.
so when De La Hoya sold out the Sun Bowl and it was 99% women, they were screaming and hollering and all that shit, or all the teenage girls watching Ryan,
Where are they
right?
at? Where are they at? Do they have podcasts? That's what I'm saying. Are they doing media? Where are they
Oh,
at?
I just mean in general. I just mean
No,
like
I'm
women
talking
in
about the
general.
people on the platforms, the people that are speaking on behalf of
The chat's
boxing
got my back. Women are
experts.
worse than men when it comes to the looks.
Who said that?
I'm just saying, women are worse.
No,
Like I'm just saying. If anything, the man, I think Lisa said it, fanboy over the other men.
no.
They'd be like having crush on dudes and shit, like in the boxing world. You know what I'm just saying.
I mean,
Um,
they do. But what I'm saying is, all you saw under, her pictures were, oh, she's innocent. It was hilarious. Like,
like
why?
you know how many girls out here like, oh AJ could do no wrong.
No, I would
And
not me.
you look at their avatars, it's just AJ like on the
Not
avatar.
me.
I'm just saying.
Not me.
I'm just putting that out there. Okay.
Mm.
I'm just saying, sis. All right.
Like I
But
said,
like
I do
I want to
agree,
see the fight.
Antonio. I do agree. Shields has made an effort to be more sexier, and for whatever reason, maybe she is feeling like she has to compete with Alicia a little bit, or maybe
Yeah.
she has to compete with her fellow counterparts, or maybe
Right.
she's engaged now. Maybe her fiance is like, "Hey, girl, put this on." Where did Who knows? Who knows? And she has a right to do that. And I'm not saying any of these women don't have a right to do it. I mean, I'm aware what I want to wear, and I can do that because that's what I want to do. But my
Right.
point is this: that I don't want whatever I have on or whatever I'm doing to upstage what I do in my professional life, like what I'm trying to do in boxing. Don't let that sway or dictate how I should be looked at. Is my point.
Okay. If Shields dropped to 147 to fight Baumgardner, would you give Baumgardner a shot?
If they decided to fight at 147.
Yeah.
Now, did you see how big Clarissa was compared to Alicia when they were in each other's
That's
face?
not a good thing. If you're talking about 147.
It's not, but I'm just saying, like, she's going to be stronger and naturally bigger, and then they're going to rehydrate, and Clarissa's
Like,
going to look just like she did today.
do you think she punches harder than Alicia?
Um, I mean, that's it. Just I don't know. I can't just say yes or no. I don't know. I mean, if
That's
you
the
look
thing.
at
I
their
don't know.
knockout ratios, if you look at the percentage, then no. But also, Alicia is punching people smaller than Clarissa, and Clarissa is punching people bigger than Alicia. So it's like it's
I
all
got you.
relative. It's all relative.
No. That's what I mean. I don't know
Yeah.
what's harder.
Yeah.
Like I'll have to see it, right?
Right.
So there's a curiosity there, and I think 147 is the only weight where, again, they fought at 154. No one's gonna give Alicia a
Well, you
shot.
know what? And if we do 147, let's do 3 minutes. Why not? Let's see what's up.
Well, because I guess what I'm saying is this: if it's at 147,
Mm-hmm.
then I'm going to be curious. Is Shields going to be affected by the weight? Is she going to be weaker on fight night than she usually is? Like, you know what I mean? Is Alicia not having to worry about weight going to be stronger on fight night? There's a lot of questions that make the fight more intriguing as a fight fan
Yeah.
than if it happened at 154.
Yeah, but you know what? I also don't want you to think just because you don't have to worry about making a weight doesn't mean you don't have to worry about weight, because If you're just being able to eat whatever you want to eat, sometimes you can eat the wrong things. It's also what you put in your body.
Mm. It's an intriguing matchup at 147 as well,
Absolutely,
Michelle.
it is. Absolutely.
So, Crystal says she's not convinced Alicia can do 3-minute
I'm
rounds.
not either. I'm not either. She gasses out. Crystal knows her shit.
Eh, okay, but maybe she could take some rounds off in the middle of the fight. You know what I mean?
I don't think so.
Maybe.
I don't think so.
Um, I want to see a Bumgarner Mayor eventually. If that fight doesn't happen, that's a fight that they could do.
Yeah.
Like maybe we don't get Shields against Bumgarner, but we may get Shields back in a Mayor against Bumgarner, and we still get the trash talk.
Right. Yeah, I mean, it's always a good time when you get two, top dog females at each other. It's always a good time. It's always going to be for a great build up. Women can talk. We're petty, and I'm
Man,
proud of it. When we need to be, if they're worth it. If whoever's talking behind your back, underneath, the rocks and shit, ain't worth shit, then we're not going to talk because we don't care. They're
Patricia
irrelevant.
Williams says weight draining someone is low. Period. Eh, well,
Yeah, I agree.
we'll see if she can
I
make the weight or
agree.
not. You know what I mean? Like the rematch would be great to me, says Remy. Look, I'm all for it.
Yeah.
Somebody else that Shields could fight, although I don't know now, but uh, and some may even be like, "Wow, what do you mean?" But I think Breakus is a fight that people always wanted to see at 154.
No, for sure. I mean, Breakus is still a live dog. She is.
Hmm.
She's
And
got a
I
lot
thought
of
she won the fight with Harper.
absolutely. And she definitely won the first fight against your favorite female boxer,
Yeah. So
Makila.
look, we didn't get a chance last week to do a show, so I just want to kind of touch on last week a little bit. Estrada Valle 2.
Yeah,
I saw you see some things on Twitter. I don't agree with all of them, but it's okay.
right.
Um, Estrada won. I scored at 6-4, though. I had it really close. I thought it was a very competitive fight.
It was.
When Estrada says it was one sided and I dominated, I just don't agree with that. I think this round she dominated,
Yeah,
but but
especially the later rounds, I think.
but overall, I thought it was a very close fight, worthy of a rematch. Because I don't know who else Estrada's going to fight unless she moves up. She already achieved undisputed. I mean, she already beat Esparza at 112, so I don't see why she couldn't move up.
Yeah.
But you know, I think if anything, if she stays in that weight class, a Vaya rematch is done now. Look, I'll admit I don't know the full story behind the trainer. I don't know why the trainer I don't know what it is.
Well,
However,
the train. Well,
go
she
ahead.
talked about it. Gloria, Miss G, Coach G. She was there.
Yeah,
From beginning. With Sanisa in the beginning when she was a little girl. I mean, and I've
yeah,
talked about this before, and I know y'all get sick of me saying it, but there's such like an intimate like parent child. Aunt, uncle, whatever, with your boxer. It's like you know everything about them. They know everything about you, and
but
you let them in, you're very vulnerable, and both sides. And then she said, Sanisa said that Coach G called her dad, who they've been friends for years, decades, and said, hey, I got this opportunity to train, Val, Valle. And he's like, well, that's Sanisa's weight class, you know that, right? And she's like, yeah, I know. He's like, well, then why are you even calling me? Like, you've already made up your mind what you're gonna do. And then so Sanisa said it's personal. I'm gonna kick your
but
ass
is it?
because of this and this.
I
I
just
don't
don't
blame
look.
her.
It's business though. It's not personal.
Nah, bro. It's not business. It's not business. When you have a relationship with
Perspective.
somebody, it's like some things go deeper than business.
Okay,
And once you betray that, no, you can't. Who
but
can trust her? Who can trust her? If you're gonna betray somebody that you
yeah, yeah.
practically raised and brought up, how's anybody gonna trust her? Money's involved. You see some green. and you smell that shit and you're gone. Nah, bro. No. Hell no.
But I just like this is just me. I understand from Estrada's point of view, like I get it, I do, right? However, I mean, it is business. Like maybe Estrada took the business personal,
No,
but
it's not.
it's
It's not
still
business. It's deeper
business.
than that. It's deeper than that. And let listen. And I'm not even trying to like discredit what you're saying, but unless you've been in the situation where you're a coach with somebody that you
Mhm.
brought up from 8 years old until 28 years old, and then the
So are
coach
you
says,
saying
you know
she had
what, fuck
malice
you,
intent?
I'm getting a bag, I'm gone. No,
Are you
that's
saying she
just
had malice intent?
yeah. As soon as she said yes, she did. Absolutely. You think she's not saying, "Oh, I know all her weaknesses. I know what we've worked on. I know what she doesn't get right. This is what you're gonna do." Well, you know what? It blew up in her face. Bam. Sanisa won. And that was just great. It was excellent. And that's what she gets. That's what she gets, both of them.
So you're saying she had malice intent, like
As soon as she said
she said,
yes, she
"Oh,
did.
I'm
As
gonna
soon as
show
she
up."
said yes, she did. Absolutely.
No, but that doesn't mean it was malice. Like it doesn't mean like like
That's
I'm
your
saying.
opinion, bro. Like I said, I see it differently. I've been in these situations where your family, you're very close. It's like a family member betraying you. It is. It's just like that, you know. But
Well,
we don't have
obviously
to
she
agree.
feels
We don't have to agree. But
she
this
feels
is what it is.
differently, obviously, right?
She what? I'm
Um,
sorry.
like the trainer, I forget her name, but she
Gloria.
feels different. Gloria, like she feels differently about it, right?
I don't care how
Eh,
she feels. I don't
No,
care.
I get that.
I know her outside of this fight. I know her. I know her ways. I've seen things she's done.
Oh
I
boy,
know her. That's all I'm gonna say.
do you know what she has for breakfast?
No, I don't care.
I was just saying, what I was just thinking, it sounds like you really know her, like you know every step.
I've been around her. I've worked with her. I've been around her. That's all I'm gonna
Okay,
say.
all right.
Yeah.
Does it make her a bad person? Let me just put it that way.
I'm not here to judge. I know we had the rapture today, but I'm not here to judge. I'm still
You're still
here.
here, like I'm still here, like I'm just saying, but
I'm still here. I
I
can't
got permission to come back. You know what I mean? But I'm just gonna put that out there. But I just think like sometimes because I've seen situations, especially my family, which is a family of a lot of construction workers, and I've seen uncles that had workers or whatnot, and then those workers eventually move up and they want to start their own company, and maybe
That's great.
the
That's
communication isn't there, and one of my uncles feels betrayed, or one of my other uncles gets a job that it was
right.
he thought it was going to go to him, but the other uncle that knows the like the the superintendent of that job, talks to him and he gets it from him instead. Like, and then they don't talk for years because this guy took this Walmart job that was worth like $1 million.
Look, bro.
I
Let me
get
just say
it.
this. Yeah,
Yeah.
I can't speak for other people and the loyalty and the way that they feel betrayed or not. I can't do that. Like I can't speak for your uncles. I can't speak for any other coach, any other boxer. All I can do is speak for myself. And my circle is very small, very tight for a reason. I trust very little people, but I'm loyal as fuck, and I pride myself in that. So my point is, if I were in Sanisa's shoes, I would feel exactly the same,
Okay.
and I would have done exactly the same, and I would have beat the brakes off whoever's in front of me, and I would have my hand raised, and then and she wasn't even talking shit afterwards. Gloria was talking about Sanisa sucks and we won. And no, you know what? Eat that humble pie. You lost. You gave your you gave your girl all the top secret information, the blueprint, and you still didn't get it right. Congratulate the girl. You lost.
I did hear her congratulate her. I did hear that.
Or did you? But is that before or after she said she sucked?
I don't know when she said she sucks, but
Okay.
was that in the post-fight press conference or when was that?
When she was getting out the ring, when she got that beer can thrown at her head.
Wow, that's crazy. Was that you, Christine? Did you throw the beer can?
It
Oh,
was
you were
not.
Vegas.
I'm I don't choose violence. I choose love.
You do that?
Love.
If that was um Patricia Williams, yes, it's In the Ring with Christine is a YouTube channel.
Yes, thank
In
you
the
so
Ring
much.
with Christine.
Yes, and there, Christine.
For anybody watching on X, In the Ring with Christine, just type In the Ring with Christine, subscribe to her channel, and yes,
Yeah,
it's on
thank you,
YouTube.
Patricia.
Look, if that was Marlene Esparza, not Sinisa Estrada, would you feel the same way?
Ay, hombre.
I'm just asking.
That's where you want to go. That's where you want to
No,
go.
I'm just asking. Like, would you feel the same way?
You know what? I don't live on what ifs, because what if today we were supposed to be taken
Just
up
say
with the sun?
yes.
You know what I'm saying? We were supposed to be taken up with the sun today. What if? What if? What if? What if?
Why
You know
can't
what I'm
you
saying?
say yes? Say yes. If someone did it to
I
Marlene,
don't
I'd
live
feel
on
the
what
same
ifs,
way.
bro. Let it play out, then we talk about it.
What? Same scenario to Marlene. You can't say yes. You would feel the same way.
I don't live on what ifs. What if an elephant comes and squashes me right now and I can't even answer the question?
Oh man.
I'm
Well,
just saying.
Off the ropes boxing and May saludos. A shout out to you. Remy does confirm. Gloria did say that. Granted,
Thank
look, I
you.
was in Vegas. I just watched the fight. I
Thank
didn't see
you.
any of the post-fight stuff, to be honest with you. I did see a little quick interview of hers on Off the Ropes boxing. I
So
think it's
you
called.
can't even talk, man. You over
Not
here
Off the Ropes.
talking, you can't even talk, man.
Well, what's the On the Ropes? There's so many ropes out there and rings. So in
Hey,
the rings and so
original
and
right here.
so.
In the ring, original right here.
Off the ropes, against the ropes,
I
bouncing off
love
the
it. I think
ropes.
it's great.
But so I don't remember which one. I think it's against the ropes. But anyway, she did an interview there saying that Sinisa was being disrespectful, and so she was trying like to switch it around.
I don't
But saying
believe
that they go back to Costa Rica, wherever she's from, and like,
Sanisa. Oh,
she
Sanisa.
claims Sinisa said that. I don't
Hey,
know if that's true or not, but
hey.
Crystal saying I set you up. I was asking a question about Marlene Esparza. That's all I did. I'm like, she sounds very
Crystal,
sure
get him,
about
Crystal.
this. She's like,
Get him,
if this
Crystal.
happens, I would feel this way. And then when I replace the name Estrada with Marlene Esparza,
Hey, I
all of a
don't live
sudden,
on
I
what
don't know
ifs,
what I
bro.
would do. Actually,
Let's talk about facts.
I don't know what I would do if it was Marlene. Man, it's kind of mean, to be honest with you. You know, what I mean, I'm just putting that out there. But
We're talking facts. We're speaking facts, bro.
when is Marlene going to get her? When are you going to acknowledge Marlene Esparza?
I acknowledge her. I was in camp with her a few months ago. I acknowledge her.
Well, there you go. You know, and somebody betrayed her the same way, you would feel just as outraged, right?
I mean, what's the scenario?
I'm gonna let it go. The same scenario.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, we'll see. Let it
Yeah.
happen first, and I'll decide.
Yeah,
But
exactly.
look, in all seriousness, this has been a great show.
Absolutely, always.
Tell everybody where they could find you, Christine, or what's going on
So
Wednesday.
everybody can find me in the ring with Christine on all social media platforms. And you can find my girls and I on Wednesday, Nika and Crystal, Women Crushing It Wednesdays. Every Wednesday, 8 Central, 9 Eastern. We've got some great guests coming up. And of course, on Mondays, D-Style and I, just chopping it up. And then I'm bringing back friggin' Fridays. I got some stuff coming up in about a week. So please tune in, subscribe, and we love to love you always. The best chat on the planet, right, yeah.
There we go. Best chat on the planet. This is another episode of Box Topics, and we'll see you guys next week. Peace.
Peace.